According to the 15th century Italian architect known as Florence, buildings are made in the image of men. You never see buildings that are exactly alike. Some are big, some are small, some are in the middle, some are beautiful, some are less beautiful, some are ugly, and some are very ugly, just like men. In Florence's time, no investment was more important to a family's status than their private home. While the less fortunate might live in cramped apartment houses, the rich and powerful lived in spacious townhomes. A family's honor was thought to be reflected in the size, beauty, and refinement of their home. The city was like a stage, and a family's palazzo was their public face. So, what is a palazzo? In the Italian language, the word palazzo means palace and is used to describe a large, impressive building, like a museum, town hall, or, like the structure we see here, a fabulous private residence. This Italian palazzo was built in the middle of the 1400s for the wealthy and powerful Rucellai family of Florence. Like other family palaces in the city, Palazzo Rucellai is massive in scale, rising multiple stories and impressing people on the street with its elegant facade or face. While the interior of this imposing structure was reserved for the family and their peers, the exterior addressed the entire Florentine community. Notice the facade's graceful three-part division? These layers, with their rounded arches and delicate columns, recall the three-part structure of the Roman Colosseum. In fact, the architect who designed this facade, Battista Alberti, had spent time in Rome studying the ancient buildings there. Wealthy merchants like Giovanni Rucellai, who paid for this palazzo, wanted to live in fancy homes that reminded people of the wealthy Romans of the ancient world. At the time, this was considered the most stylish way of living. The most public part of a palazzo was the ground floor, while the upper stories were largely reserved for the use of the private family. This division of space is reflected on the exterior, where the decorations become increasingly delicate and detailed the higher up we go. At the nearby Medici Palazzo, also built in the 1400s for a wealthy family, we see a similar three-part division with increasing refinement in decoration in the upper stories. A palazzo was more than just a building for people to live in. It was a public statement about a family's honor, taste, and education. These homes, often housing multiple generations of the same family, were places to display art, gather with friends and family, and conduct business. Today, we often hear the phrase, "you are what you eat." In Italy of the 15th and 16th centuries, it was thought that you are where you live.